is fixing something upstairs. We got an emergency. We had to get it fixed. All right. No problem. You want me to honor Harford sophomores as well? Yes. Okay. I'll do those first, and then just shoot me a text when you're ready. I'll do them first, and then I'll do you guys one by one. Hello. Turns out we got extra software they need to test. This does it. As a hot number just Oh! I don't like software. I love them. Wow. It's on her brain.
I don't know what his name is, but the tall black guy in the like tennis color shirt. He brought me dinner.
Oh.
He brought me dinner.
Oh, right.
I don't know who it was. He said, "I was waiting for you." I was like, "I was like, what are you standing by the side all day?"
Yeah. We had a slight emergency because we had to order slight staples extra poster.
Oh gosh. When's the sophomore day for girls?
Right. Tomorrow.
Ladies and gentlemen, a quick note. You may have noticed one of our Jumbotrons isn't quite working up to the spec today. We do apologize for that, but don't worry, the other one is working just fine.
I saw it like that was like the first thing I noticed. I was like, shit. What happened? Did a basketball hit it or something?
I have no idea. I don't care. I'm ready to kill somebody for it. What'd you say? Shara, Alice, Julia Hernandez,
So girlies.
Kara Pawnee, Maria Cameron, Ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Okay. 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 Just send me a text when you're good. Have somebody cut the music down. I'll introduce Hartford to the sophomores real quick, and then you guys can come out one by one. No problem.
You know how I felt. I don't know if I told you, but yeah.
Oh, that building. Uh, My authority.
Welcome to sophomore night, ladies and gentlemen, here at Howard Community College. We're getting set for sophomore day celebrations, and then we'll have a proper preview of tonight's big game as the HCC Dragons take on the Harford Community College Fighting Owls, the defending champions of Region 20, in a showdown. Victory means a home playoff game, most likely, depending on how the rest of the seeding goes. A loss means the Dragons will have to be on the road for the playoffs, and they've got their toughest test of the season. We'll be right back with sophomore day celebrations, and we'll leave the mic on for you so you can hear. Clara Pawnee, Leah Kindred, Jayana Shannon, Mackenzie Batten, Karen Jimenez, and Brianna Carter.
What's up, man? What's up? See if you can cancel it. See if you can cancel it right now. We'll just. Okay. Okay. I got to do the soft. We got 34 minutes. I got to do the softball day stuff. Yeah, check CBS if not. So actually, no. Don't cancel it. Don't cancel it. We'll just we'll pick it up tomorrow. What we'll do is I'll just give it to coach after the game so that I'll put it next year and be like, give this to Bella because honestly, I don't want to go through the hassle of it. We'll just get it shortly. We'll be like, there was a mistake. We didn't get yours printed in time because there was a mistake. Don't worry, you're gonna get one. It's just gonna be mistakes. Yeah, I don't care. So it's just I'm like I don't want to deal with that. Their season's over. Yeah. All right. Drop by the booth and hand off a card, and then you're good to go chill on the chill like that. Just send me starters when you get. Thanks, Joey. I appreciate you, man. We'll grab dinner after this. Yes, man. Sure. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a quick announcement. Any parents or loved ones who are walking onto the court with their sophomores during tonight's sophomore day celebrations, we ask at this time you please head down to the court. To access the court, head out the exit and head to the stairwell to the right. Head on down through the doors. The sophomores are gathering down there as they get set to come out for sophomore day celebrations. Once again, all parents and loved ones who are walking out with their sophomores, please head down to the court at this time. I think it's a nerve thing. better with this. I'll pick it up later. I said perfect. Which one was the other? That song Mari suggested. Just turn the volume off, computer down low, and out. Yeah. We're gonna get started. Get starters after. Oh, they are. The speaker was down there. What's that speaker? No, no, that's speaker thing. Okay.
Oh, oh.
Yes, ma'am. Okay. We'll do Harford first, and then you guys. Ready? All right, let's do this. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Keller Foundation Complex for tonight's volleyball regular season finale. Tonight is a very special night as we honor our former sophomore athletes as they play in their final collegiate regular season game. But first, we want to give a special shout out to the sophomore players for our opponents, the defending Region 20 champions, the Harford Community College Fighting Owls. We'd like to give special we'd like to give a special shout out to their sophomores. Number 4, Kiara Edie Baez. Number 5, Nielis Julian Mendez. Number 6, Clara Pawnee. Number 7, Maria Kindred. Number 8, Jayana Shannon. Number 14, Mackenzie Patton. Number 15, Karen Jimenez. And number 16, Brianna Carter. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let's meet the sophomores, for your Howard Community College Dragons. Up first, a middle blocker from Ellicott City, Maryland, and Mount Henry High School. Please welcome to the court, Abigail Lease. Abby Lease has been a defensive rock for the Dragons on their front line in the 2 years she's played here. She started 48 sets for the Dragons in 2024, recording 75 kills on 192 total attacks. This season, she has started 52 sets, recording 82 kills on 219 attacks. She has recorded 35 career digs, 24 career solo blocks, 25 block assists for a whopping 49 career blocks, and is one of the Dragons' most feared defensive players. Abby is accompanied out onto the court by Christine and Matthew Lease. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Abigail Lease. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, at libero, defensive specialist and outside hitter, she can do it all. From Bridgetown, Barbados, and the Comer Mare School, please welcome Ariana Lane. Ari's played 105 total sets here at HCC during her 2 years, recording 194 total kills on 748 total attacks. As we mentioned earlier, she is the one who can do it all, as she also plays defensive specialist in libero, recording 270 career digs, 175 of which have come this year, as well as 8 total blocks and 12 total assists. Ari is accompanied by her former teammates, Dragon alumni Kaden Jaselskis and Michaela Murray, and current teammates Zion Austin, Toriana Curry, and Gracie Close. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Ariana Lane. Next up, please welcome a libero from Samar in the Philippines at Einstein High School, number 4, Stephanie Bartilia. Stephanie played her freshman season in 2023. After an off year, she returned to the Dragons this year and has been one of the most valuable defensive stars. Stephanie currently has a whopping 543 career digs, topping 260 in both of her seasons. She has also played in 115 sets, recording 19 career kills on 138 attacks and 68 assists. Stephanie is accompanied by Maribel Pavana, Jonar Bartilia, J.M. Bartilia, assistant coach Ashley Ford, Christopher and Christian Sandoval, Nutha Har, and Gabriela Cruz. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Stephanie Bartilia. Finally, please welcome to the court a setter from Belgium, Maryland, and Century High School, number 20, Cheyenne Ellis. Cheyenne has been the Dragons' starting setter in her 2 seasons here at HCC, playing in 99 sets. She has recorded a whopping 589 career assists, this year having 364. Cheyenne has recorded 37 career kills on 191 total attacks, as well as 213 digs, making her one of the Dragons' most valuable defensive pieces. Cheyenne is accompanied by her parents, Jason and Avril, and her brother, Ryan Ellis. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Cheyenne Ellis, and give a big round of applause to all your Dragon sophomores. Today's will begin in approximately 21 minutes. Again, we apologize for any situation involving one of our Jumbotrons. We promise for the next home game it will be activated.
Ready for this game. I want you to buy food for me for 2 weeks.
Then I've had cereal for breakfast and then a soup for dinner. Never taking you for granted, ever. Ladies and gentlemen, head coach Jalen Ivey would like to say a few words before we begin warm-ups.
And with that, we bring you into the broadcast booth. Hi, everybody. This is the big man on the mic, Isaac Donsky. Excited to bring you another game, and what a game it's going to be. The final game of the regular season for the Howard Community College Dragons, and it's against perhaps their toughest foe they have faced yet. The Harford Community College Fighting Owls last season were ranked in the top 25 poll, and they, excuse me, and they won the Region 20 championship. This year's been a difficult season for the Owls, though. They have struggled against competition and have not been as competitive as before. That's to say, they're still 12-6, but they've had to go up against some of the best teams in Region 20, and with the emergence of teams like Hagerstown, Southern Maryland, and Montgomery, it's been a lot tougher this year than it was last year. As for the Dragons, well, what is there to say? Ever since winning against Frederick a couple weeks ago, the Dragons have been unstoppable. They've lost just one game, and they have consistently been dominating their opponents. They beat Allegheny. They beat Garrett. That was a huge win. They dominated Baltimore City, holding them to just 24 total points in 3 sets, which was impressive. That included just 4 points in 1 set. This Dragons team has already wrapped up a playoff berth. They will be playing postseason volleyball no matter what, unless some holy thing happens to happen in the standings. But if they beat Harford tonight, they could get a first round home playoff game. The way the Region 20 playoffs work, the top 10 teams get in, but the bottom 4 seeds have to play each other in the play-in round, and the Dragons are aiming for that. If they get a home game with the home court advantage that they have developed over the course of the season with this extremely talented roster, we could be in for a show. That being said, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be back in about 15 minutes with the start of today's game. The Dragons and the Fighting Owls, a clash of the HCCs on sophomore night to close things out. We'll be right back. A quick notice, ladies and gentlemen. We've got our starters for the night. Here are your starting lineups. First up for the Harford Community College Fighting Owls. At outside hitter, a sophomore from Joppa, Maryland, number 4, Kiara Magnini Baez. At outside hitter, a sophomore from Carolina, Puerto Rico, number 5, Nayelis Julian Mendez. An outside hitter, a sophomore from Goodyear, Arizona, number 7, Neiria Kindred. At middle hitter, a sophomore from Orlando, Florida, number 8, Gianna Shannon. At outside hitter, a sophomore from Mexico City, Mexico, number 15, Karen Jimenez. And at outside hitter, a sophomore from Abingdon, Maryland, number 16, Brianna Carter. The Fighting Owls are led by first-year head coach Marissa Kozlowski. Now here's the starting lineup for your Howard Community College Dragons. At middle blocker, a sophomore from Ellicott City, Maryland. Number 1, Abigail Lease. At defensive specialist, a sophomore from Bridgetown, Barbados. Number 2, Ariana Lane. At outside hitter, a freshman from Odenton, Maryland. Number 10, Zion Austin. On the right side, a freshman from Elkridge, Maryland. Number 13, Gracie Close. At setter, a sophomore from Eldersburg, Maryland. Number 20, Cheyenne Ellis. And at middle blocker, a freshman from Baltimore, Maryland. Number 30, Toriana Curry. The Dragons are led by head coach Jalen Ivey and assistant coaches Diana Robb, Ashley Ford, and Layla Word, and team managers Gabriela Rodriguez and Elijah Powers. We'll be right back in about 12 and a half minutes with the start of today's game.
Anybody at home who's trying to watch the game, be sure to direct them to HCC Video for live coverage of today's game. Livecast can also be found at mdjuco.org. Click the links on our website to take you to those locations. Also, be sure to come out tomorrow to support the Dragons as Howard takes on CCBC Essex in a clash between the number 1 and number 2 ranked teams in Region 20 men's soccer. Winner takes the number 1 seed in the upcoming Region 20 tournament. tonight making their season debut. It's the Howard Community College Cheerleading Squad. Be sure to catch cheerleading at all of our home basketball games this season and also at their own competitions that starting this year. Cheer will be participating in major competitions. Dragon Country. Yeah. Oh, okay.
Dragon Country, we're excited to announce that tonight's volleyball game has the highest
Attendance total for any game this season.
and you know what that means. When you see this up on the board, that means I want you to make some noise. Oh, y'all can do better than that. Come on now. I said make some noise. That's more like it.
And if you didn't hear the announcement, ladies and gentlemen, tonight's game has the highest attendance out of any Howard Community College volleyball game we have had over the last 2 years. People are ready to see what could be one heck of a game. Once again, the Dragons and the Fighting Owls. Last season, Harford were Region 20 champions. This year, it's been a lot tougher for them. They've had to go up against some tough teams in Hagerstown and Montgomery. They currently sit at 12-6 and are in position to get a top 4 seed heading into the playoffs. The same as for the Dragons, they're looking forward to potentially making a legit challenge at a home playoff game if they win tonight. It's going to be a tough battle, folks. The Fighting Owls are going to be wearing all black with blue numbers and white trim. Your Dragons will be wearing maroon tops with blue numbers and white trim and black shorts. This is going to be a fun one, folks. We're standing by for opening ceremonies. T-minus 2 minutes until the HCC Derby Volleyball Edition is underway.
beginning with our visitors, the Harford Community College Fighting Owls.
At outside hitter, a sophomore from Joppa, Maryland. Number 4, Kiara McNeely Baez. At outside hitter, a sophomore from Carolina, Puerto Rico. Number 5, Nayelis Julia Mendez. At outside hitter, a sophomore from Goodyear, Arizona. Number 7, Naria Kendrick. At middle hitter, a sophomore from Orlando, Florida. Number 8, Cheyenne Shannon. At outside hitter, a sophomore from Mexico City, Mexico. Number 15, Karen Jimenez. And an outside hitter, a sophomore from Abingdon, Maryland. Number 16, Brianna Carter. The Fighting Owls are led by first-year head coach Marissa Kozlowski. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for our visitors, the Harford Community College Fighting Owls. And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's meet the starting lineup for your Howard Community College Dragons. At middle blocker, a sophomore from Ellicott City, Maryland. Number 1, Abby Lace. At defensive specialist, a sophomore from Bridgetown, Barbados. Number 2, Ariana Lane. At outside hitter, a freshman from Odenton, Maryland. Number 10, Zion Austin. On the right side, a freshman from Elkridge, Maryland. Number 13, Gracie Close. At center, a sophomore from Eldersburg, Maryland. Number 20, Cheyenne Ellis. And at middle blocker, a freshman from Baltimore, Maryland. Number 30, Tori Curry. Your Dragons are led by second-year head coach Jalen Ivey and assistant coaches Diana Robb, Ashley Ford, Layla Word, and team managers Gabriela Rodriguez and Elijah Powers. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up and make some noise for your Howard Community College Dragons!
Ooh, do we like some Wednesday night volleyball? The Dragons and the Fighting Owls, folks. Oh, this is going to be a fun one. This is going to be a fun one, folks. This game could very well decide if the Dragons get to host a playoff game in 2 weeks' time, or if we're going to see our Dragons on the road. And they will face a tough test here with the Harford Fighting Owls, a team that won the Region 20 championship last time out. Oh, this is going to be a fun one. It's going to be Abby Lease, Ari Lane, Cheyenne Ellis, Tori Curry, Zion Austin, and Gracie Close, with Stephanie Barkelia checking in for Harford. It's going to be McNeely Baez, Mendez, Kindred Shannon, Jimenez Carter, and Clara Pawnee from West Jordan, Utah is checking in at libero. She will replace McNeely Baez. Here we go. The final game of the regular season, a packed house. Everyone is ready to see what we're going to see with what is expected to be one of the most exciting games of the season. Dragons and Fighting Owls. Boy, we are ready. And it will be Clara Pawnee who will start serving for the Fighting Owls. Ball's up. Here we go. It's collected by Gracie Close. Ellis pops it up for Lane. It might almost get the kill. She will. Dragons get the first points. Let's go. Nice kill there from Ari Lane. Great start to the night for the Dragons. Cheyenne Ellis will serve here for Howard. One thing to note here, Harford does not have any available subs outside of McNeely Baez, so this could get interesting to see what happens. Ball's up from Ellis. Oh, and that's going to be an ace! It's an ace from Ellis, and a 2-0 lead for the Dragons. Carter with the mistake, and a great start to this one for the Red Hot Dragons. It is early, though, so we're not going to get too excited just yet. Keep our expectations normal. Ball's up from Ellis. And another ace! Back-to-back aces! Okay, maybe I'm getting a little excited. Cheyenne Ellis had 8 aces against Baltimore City. She's trying to go for another here. She make it 3 straight. That's popped up by Kindred, kept alive. Harford's first attack comes from Kindred. It's out, and the Dragons take a 4-0 lead. Ball's up. Oh, off the net, and there's the first mistake of the night for the Dragons, and that will give Harford back some momentum. 4-1. Serving will be number 5, Nayelis Mendez from Carolina, Puerto Rico. It's on the way. Lane keeps it alive. Puts it up for Ellis. Austin with the soft touch. Kept alive by Pawnee. There's a block attempt out of bounds, and that's going to be a Harford point. Trying to break through the block as Zion Austin slid for it, and I think slammed into the barriers by the stands. She's okay. Dragons will take their positions as, once again, it's Mendez who will serve. Mendez taking her time, setting up the serve. Ball's up. Nice pickup from Barkilia. Ellis will set it up. Gracie close. Breaks through the block. It's kept alive by Mendez. Popped up. Kindred goes for the kill, and it's off the net, and it's a point for the Dragons. And a 5-2 advantage. This is the 3rd time this week that Howard and Harford have played each other. Both teams their soccer teams played each other yesterday in a doubleheader. In a big surprise, the Dragons tied the Fighting Owls in men's soccer. It was their first non-victory against a Region 20 opponent all season long. Women's soccer unfortunately lost that one 10-0 to the Fighting Owls. Ball's up from Ari Lane. Oh, and she might get an ace here. It's popped over, kept alive by Gracie Close. That was a great heads-up play there by Mendez. Austin, soft touch, got it. Oh no, they're going to say it hit the antenna. Well, never mind. Harford getting some momentum back here. And it once again will be Jimenez, number 15, who will serve. Ball's up. Barkilia picks it up. Ooh, that was scary. Gracie puts it back over. And it looks like Cheyenne Ellis was over the line when she went and tried to make the save. Harford is fighting back to within a point. Now, here we go, folks. Ball's up. Barkilia. Ellis will set up Abby Lease. Got that kill, Abby! That's what I'm talking about. 6-4 lead for your Dragons. Tori Curry checks into the game. As it's going to be Steph Barkilia who will serve. Boy, she had a shift at serving against... who was it against? It was against Frederick, where she just lit up. Was it Frederick? No, it was Patrick Henry College, where she just lit up the Sentinels. Ball's on the way, and it's out of bounds, and Harford gets one back, and it's a 6-5 ball game. Serve on the way. It was short from Shannon. Curry goes for the attack. It's blocked. It's kept alive. Sent back over by Ellis. There's the fake attempt there. That's blocked by Zion Austin out of bounds. Unfortunately, nobody touched it, so it's a tie game, 6-6. Well, no one said this game was going to be easy. Gianna Shannon from Orlando, Florida will serve. Howard's cheer squad's getting into it. Ball's up. Curry goes for the kill. Won't get it. Shannon will set it up. Here's Kindred. That's partially blocked. Ellis keeps it alive. Barkilia got the fake set and got the kill. Stephanie Barkilia gives Howard the lead back, 7-6. Sub coming in. Kylan Harvey is into the game. Clara Pauly is back in for Harford, and it will be Harvey who will serve. Kylan's gotten a lot of playing time over the last couple of weeks, so has really blossomed into a solid defensive player here for the Dragons. And she was the one who got the winning ace to put away Baltimore City last weekend. Referees are just checking to make sure that Harvey's good on the rotation. We got some members of our JV basketball team who have stopped in to watch, as well as the entirety of our women's basketball teams in the building as well. Everyone out here to support the Dragons. Here's Harvey. Nice serve. It's picked up by Pauly. Set up. That was an attempted block. Oh, hesitation from Harvey there on the attempted dig. Going to tie this thing up 7-7. This Harford team, they were ranked last year. One of the top teams in all of Division II volleyball. And this season has been a little tougher. Montgomery, Southern Maryland, Cecil, some of the other powerhouse teams have been making life a little difficult. Serves on the way. Curry trying to break through. It's blocked out of bounds by Baez. And the Dragons retake the lead 8-7. We've got 21 viewers on tonight's stream, folks. That's awesome to see. Hey, just quickly noting this, folks, just a reminder, some games for the upcoming Region 20 soccer tournament, they're going to be broadcast on our YouTube page. Be sure to check that out. Oh, that was almost an ace from Zion Austin. And it is! Too many hits there from Harford, and the Dragons back to a multi-score lead. They lead at 9-7. Austin. Oh, that's going to be an ace. Not if Pauly has anything to say about it. Nice dig from Austin. Ellis sets up lane, goes for the kill. Nice save there by Jimenez. Kindred goes for the kill. Oh, and Barkilia digs it out of bounds. Harford gets one back. This is a battle, folks. This is a battle. These two teams are taking a point off of each other bit by bit. Ooh, I love it. It will be Maria Kindred who will serve. Austin with the dig. Sets up Ellis. Pops it up. Lane! Oh, almost got the kill. Carter almost accidentally got it. And there is the kill in response from Jimenez to tie this baby up at 9 apiece. I think Carter got that assist by accident. It bounced off her shoulder. Kindred's on the way. Harvey with the dig. Austin sets it up for Barkilia. Rare attack from her. Almost got the kill. Took Pauly to the floor. And in response, Carter gets the kill. And for the first time tonight, the Fighting Owls have the lead 10-9. No worries here. Dragons, they've played from behind before. No one said this was going to be an easy game, especially against one of the best teams in Region 20. Austin with the dig. Ellis sets up. Curry with the soft touch. Ooh, Carter was waiting for it, though. Kindred goes for the kill. No one was ready for that. Vicious attack there from Naria Kindred. 11-9. Fighting Owls lead it. And once again, it's Kindred who will do the serving. Substitution was made there. Gianna Shannon is out of the contest. Kindred serve on the way. Barkilia pops it up. Oh, Baez stepped over the line on her attack, and it's a point back to the Dragons. 11-10. If you're just joining us, folks, this has been a battle so far. The Dragons raced out to a 4-0 lead to start this contest, but Harford has come back, and it is a battle. Tori Curry with the serve. It's picked up, set up by Mendez. There's the attack. Nice dig from Zion Austin. Ellis will set one up here. Here's Lane. Soft touch. Almost got him. Pauly keeps it alive. It's going to be popped back over by Shannon quickly. Austin's on it. Ellis will set it up for Abby Lease, who breaks through the block and gets the kill and gives the Dragons a tie game, 11-11. Mentioned earlier, this is the biggest crowd we've had all year for Dragons volleyball. It's a packed house. There's only one section of the stands that isn't really all that full, and it's the section right by Harford. Coincidence? No, we're not going to go there. All right, here we go. Tori Curry will serve. Shannon got checked back out of the game. They sent Baez back in. It's Baez, Mendez, Kindred, Jimenez and Carter and Pawnee, excuse me. I was saying Pauly, it's Pawnee on the court for the Fighting Owls. Here's Torrey Curry. Carter picks it up. There's a little fake from Mendez. Curry was waiting for it. Ellis sets it up. Ari Lane got the kill. Pawnee couldn't corral it, and the Dragons retake the lead 12-9. 12-11, excuse me. Got ahead of myself. This Dragons team does not quit at all. Here's Torrey Curry. We still got folks trickling in here, folks. That's out. And that's going to tie the game back up. Curry a little too aggressive there on the serve. Steph Barkilia will check back in. Shannon's going to check back in to give Baez some rest, as the Fighting Owls have really been shifting between those two players. Kiara McNeely Baez and Gianna Shannon, as it's Clara Pawnee who will serve for the Fighting Owls. Ball's up. Pawnee serve. Double dig there from Austin and Barkilia. Ellis sets it up. Lane goes for it. It's picked up by Kindred. Mendez. Oh, that was in. Dragons thought that was out of bounds, that attack, that fake set from Mendez. And Harford gets the lead back. Pawnee. Oh, nice save from Lease. Barkilia. Oh, couldn't get it over. And multi-score lead here for the Fighting Owls. They lead at 14-12 as we get into the meat and potatoes of this first set. As Pawnee will serve. Ball's up. Barkilia keeps it alive. Ellis will set it up. Lane, that's blocked, but Lane keeps it alive. Austin somehow keeps it alive as well. Barkilia sends it back over. Carter. Mendez, 7 up for Jimenez. Oh, Barkilia got the dig. Not in time. Dragons are going to have to start pulling out the ferocity they showed against Allegheny, where they forced that game to a full 5 sets. That was a tough one, but they forced it to go all the way. Pawnee once again will serve, as the Fighting Owls' 3-point lead is their largest of the night. That's off the net. Barkilia's got it. Here's Abby Lease, goes for the kill. That popped through the block. Pawnee sets it up. Mendez pops it up for Carter, goes for the kill. That's just inside the line. And Harford up to a 4-point lead. That ties Harford's lead at the start. And the Dragons are going to take a timeout. 16-12. We'll take a timeout too. This one is a fun one, folks. We will be right back.
Howard Community College is where dreams take flight and opportunities are boundless. No matter where you are in life, you'll have a college experience that fits your needs. Receive support through more than just financial aid, tutoring, and childcare assistance. Gain momentum with accelerated courses and faculty who care. Experience a vibrant community where friendships are formed, passions are pursued, and memories are made. When you graduate, you'll have the degree, skills, confidence, and connections to thrive in today's ever-changing world. Explore endless possibilities in Dragon Country. Discover more at howardcc.edu today.
(16-12) Harford leads it, folks, in what's been a tight contest so far. Clara Pawnee is serving for the Fighting Owls, and I tell you what, our cheer team is making their season debut today, and every time they're rustling their pom-poms, sounds like rushing water. I keep thinking there's a break somewhere. Barkilia gets the dig there, sets up Austin. Carter is on it. Mendez. Shannon goes for the kill. Austin pops it right back up. Ellis gets the set alive. Austin with a two-handed attack. Saved by Kindred. Mendez will scoop it up, set it up. Jimenez breaks through the block. Barkilia with an impressive dig. Ellis with an even more impressive set. And Abby Lease. Oh, but it was out of bounds. But great effort from the Dragons regardless. 17-12. Harford leads it. Dragons looked strong early. They still look strong. But Harford has started to cut back and has taken a 5-point lead, the largest lead of the night for either team. Here's Pawnee, who's really taking control of this game. Double dig. Miscommunication there between Austin and Kylan Harvey, and they're going to check Harvey out and get Gracie Close back in there. 18-12. Fighting Owls lead it. These two schools aren't necessarily rivals, but as they both have HCC in the title, there is a little animosity there. Only real rivals the Dragons face when it comes to volleyball are the closest schools, which usually results in Montgomery or PG. Except PG doesn't have a volleyball team. That's out of bounds, and the Dragons get a break. 18-13. Ellis. Kindred picks it up. Mendez will set up Jimenez. Barkilia with the response. Ellis sets up That's up. Lane almost broke through. Was sit back over. Ellis. Gracie Close. Got it. Got that kill. That's the energy the Dragons needed. Gracie Close, fresh off the bench, is bringing it. Here we go. Ellis. Pawnee. A little miscommunication there for the Dragons. Mendez will send it over. Ellis pops it up. Austin. Lane almost got the kill. Break it through those blocks. It's hard. Mendez will set that one up. Jimenez with a little fake set. And that got the Dragons off balance. They thought Shannon was going to go for the kill instead. And it's a 19-14 lead for the Fighting Owls. We're getting into that danger zone where Harford's starting to look like they might have a chance here. Dragons are going to need to respond soon. Mendez, who's been doing a lot of heavy setting work here for the Fighting Owls, will take over as server. And we'll send it over. Never mind, it's off the net. Dragons get a break. They get it right back. 19-15, 4-point game. Dragons not going down without a fight, and that's been the motto this season for the Dragons. Ever since that Frederick game, this team has really turned it around. They have a rough outing against Hagerstown where they played well, but they still lost. But ever since that Hagerstown game, they really have been playing like a different team. Sent over. Lee, soft touch, almost got Harford off balance. That's not going to work on every team. Carter goes for the kill. Barkilia almost took off Lane's legs there with that dig. Austin sends it back. Pawnee dives. It's off the net. Somehow kept alive. Oh, my goodness. Close. Ellis sends it right back, trying to catch Harford off weak. They're going to send one back. Barkilia keeps it alive. Ellis, fake set. Oh, got it. Fake set with the kill. Cheyenne Ellis. 3-point games. 16-19. Tori Curry's going to check back in. And I think, no, never mind. I think they're checking the rotation there. Not her time to come in just yet. Tori Curry missed some time due to injury midway through this season. Dragons did okay without her, but they really need her blocking abilities. They do have a backup just in case, and that's Rihanna Davies, who we haven't seen over the last couple of games. Nice dig from Barkilia. Ellis will try to keep it alive. Will set up Lane. Goes for the kill. Gets the kill as it's off the net. Carter couldn't corral it. 2-point game. Boy, I tell you what, this Dragons team does not quit. They're not going to stop no matter what. As Ari Lane will serve. You heard somebody yell up there, do it again. Lane, oh, that was low. I think Harford thought it was going to hit the net. It's kept alive somehow. Carter off the net. And Gracie Close might have gotten a piece of that with the block. Wow, 1-point game. Dragons were down 6, and they fought back to make it a 1-point game here in the first. Ari Lane, that's out. Harford cracks 20 for the first time tonight. 2-point game, 20-18. We got some Dragons alumni in the building with us. 2 Dragons who played on last year's team, Michaela Murray and Caden Jaselskis, who are here to support their fellow sophomores. They walked out with Ari Lane. As Jimenez, Lane picks that up immediately. Ellis will set up Gracie Close. Pawnee with the response. Mendez. Kindred kept alive by Barkilia. Ellis pops it up. Gracie goes for the kill. It's saved by Jimenez. Mendez puts it up for Carter. Oh, Ellis somehow keeps it alive. Gracie Close pops it back over. Wow, Shannon with the kill. Ellis keeps it alive. Close pops it up. Lease goes for the soft touch. Kindred pops it up. Mendez puts it up for Carter. Ellis, what a volley. Barkilia. Mendez, Pawnee, Kindred, finally got it for Harford. Oh, okay. Well, that took some years off my life. Just a little bit. That was tough. Baez, by the way, has been on the bench for a hot minute now as Barkelia gets the dig, sets it up for Ellis. Lease goes for the kill. Can't get past Mendez. Popped right back over. What a dig from Barkelia, but no one could pick it up. 22-18. Fighting now is still in control here, but it's a very loose control. As Gianna Shannon might be hurt. My spotter is telling me that it's her eye. Might have gotten hit either by a teammate or something else. The Dragons are going to take this opportunity to huddle up as our, you could see on the right side of your screen moving towards the center. That is our athletic trainer, Tim Happel, who's headed over there. He's checking in with the table to see what the problem is. Shannon's waving off help. She says she's okay. Keep an eye on her, folks. If that, our trainer Happel's going to talk things over with head coach Kozlowski. Looks like she's okay, but keep an eye on her, folks, if the Dragons decide to target her after that injury. All right, Fighting Owls need only 3 points to win this first set. A little mistake there. Lane keeps it alive. Barkelia will send it over. Kindred, block. Close goes for the kill. Almost got it. There's the kill from Abby Lease. We're not done yet. Not in the slightest. Barkelia will serve. Stephanie puts it over. Pawnee will grab it for Mendez. Carter. Alive by Barkelia. Here's Ellis. Austin. Got the kill! Zion Austin! 2-point game! Ooh. Ooh, and there's another one! Barkelia! 1-point game! I don't know if that counts as an ace. I hope it does. And it looks like we got members of our Dragons men's basketball team have shown up. See Lorcan Hindman and Cedric Harville getting ready for the season. Barkelia puts it up. Pawnee. Mendez. Out of bounds from Shannon. Harford says it was off the finger. No, it wasn't. Tie game. 22-22. Boy, if Howard pulls this one off. Barkelia once again serving. Pops it up shallow for Pawnee. Mendez with the set. Blocked by Curry. And they're going to say Shannon was over the line. Dragons take the lead. The brick wall from Baltimore strikes. Timeout Harford. Dragons 2 points away from a set 1 win.
Victory, I need you to make some noise!
Two more, you got this. So release.
This crowd is loud, folks. They can smell a set one victory. It's a 1-point game. Dragons lead the Fighting Owls. Barkilia goes for the ace. It's kept alive. Mendez will set it up for Kindred. It's blocked out of bounds. And that's going to be a point back to the Fighting Owls. 23-23. Whew, if you like sets that go into extra volleys, you might get one here. As Magnini Baez is back into the game for the Fighting Owls to replace Pawnee, who gets a drink of water. Shannon! Oh, that was right off the net. We told you to watch Gianna Shannon, and it's set point for the Dragons. Kylan Harvey is checked back into the game. Shannon's been checked out and replaced with Pawnee. We mentioned earlier Shannon did injure her eye, and she's getting checked out by the trainer now. I think that bad serve kind of settled it. They want to check her out, make sure she's okay. As there's just going to be a quick check of the scorekeeper's book to make sure that the rotation is correct. As here's Harvey. Come on, Kylan, into this one for us. Harvey puts it up. Picked up by Kindred. Pawnee trying to get it to Jimenez. It's kept alive by Lane. Ellis pops it up. Austin, that's blocked. Wow, what a dig recovery from Lane. Ellis, Austin, got the kill! Got the kill with the soft touch, and the Dragons take set 1, 25-23. The defending champs go down. We'll see you in set 2. High octane volleyball on a Wednesday night. Dragons took the first set 25-23. We've got some developments, folks. Gianna Shannon is still being checked out by our trainer, Tim Happel. There's a chance she may not be coming back for this one. We're going to keep an eye on that, a developing story. Shannon got hit in the face and after a bad serve was pulled out of the game and is still getting checked out. And it looks like we're going to get the verdict on that sooner rather than later. Athletic trainer Tim Happel's talking things over with Coach Kozlowski. I think Shannon might be out. That is a veteran sophomore presence for the Fighting Owls. So that's definitely something to keep our eyes on, folks. As the Dragons on the floor to start this one out, it's going to be Ellis, Barkilia, Austin, Lease, Lane, and Close. Now, the reason I bring that up so much, folks, is because Harford has one available sub. And they were cycling Shannon and Baez, but with Shannon injured, Baez is going to have to play the rest of this game. Harford does not have any available subs. The defending champions are without it. And that could be just what the Dragons needed. If there's one thing we have learned from watching volleyball or pretty much any sport, if you don't have any available substitutes, it's only a matter of time before exhaustion starts to creep in. We've seen it happen many times this year, both in women's soccer, men's soccer. We've seen it in the past in basketball. It's happened to the Dragons. A couple of years ago, Dragons women's basketball had so many players drop out late in the season due to injuries or eligibility issues. We could only field 6 players for our tournament game, as Harford is doing something weird here. They're changing things up. Clara Pawnee is taking off the libero jersey. I think the rule states now, I don't know what the rule exactly states, but because Harford can't sub anybody out, they have to adjust their rotation because of the libero. So I think they're taking a libero out of the equation here. As the crowd is getting active, they're chanting, "Let's go, Dragons, let's go." All right, so big development here, folks. Harford's got an injured player. They don't have any substitutes now. They've taken the libero out of the equation to deal with the rotation. This is going to be very, very interesting. Boy, you picked a great night to join us for volleyball. This is the Region 20 Game of the Week, by the way, between these two schools. And it's about to get interesting. Head Coach Kozlowski telling your team, let's settle down, let's focus in here. Just because we have that issue. As it looks like I think that's Coach Jalen Ivey's mom who's getting the crowd pumped up. Oh yeah. I'm telling you, the Dragons have created such a home court advantage here. And it showed winning that first set. They lead at 1-0. Let's get this party started with set 2. Cheyenne Ellis will kick things off. This game just got a whole lot more interesting, and it was already interesting to start. Ellis is on the way. That's picked up nicely by Carter. Mendez will immediately send it back over for Barkilia. Ellis will pop it up. Here's Ellis going for the kill, kept alive by Pawnee. Kindred pops it up. There's a block! Nice block there! Well, that was off the net, so I don't think that counts as a block, but it's a point regardless for the Dragons. As it's a 1-0 lead for the Dragons. Ellis will serve. Ball's up. Kindred might have been able to leave that one go out. It was that fast. Baez got the kill. Ooh. Well, Baez was on the bench a big chunk of that game. Ball's up. Lane trying to go for the kill. Maybe. Yes! Gets the kill. Ari Lane gives the lead back to the Dragons. Two 2-1 Dragons. Lane on the way. Almost got the ace there. Popped up. Carter goes for the kill. It's blocked by Lease. Mendez keeps it alive. Ellis sets it up for Abby. Got the kill, Abby Lease. Oh, we're cooking now. It's still early enough that I'm not getting too excited because I remember the season opener in this building against Carroll when the Dragons were up 2-0, and then next thing you know, that was almost an ace there. It was a reverse sweep by the Lynx, but the Dragons did get revenge, by the way. They beat the Lynx on the road in a non-conference game. That's blocked out of bounds, and that's a point to the Dragons as Jimenez blocked that one out of bounds. 4-1, Dragons lead it. Going to be very interesting to see what happens here with some aspects of this game. Oh, and well, there's the first big mistake we've seen the Dragons make today as Lane just kind of serves that one out of bounds. All right. Naelis Julian Mendez will serve for Harford. Ball's up. Barkelia picks it up. Ellis, that's up and in. Lane Ellis will pop it up for Austin. Ooh, that's out of bounds. And just like that, the Fighting Owls have clawed back. 1-point game, 4-3. This could go a lot like the last set. Ellis. Lease almost got the kill. Mendez. Austin broke through the block and got the kill. Zion Austin makes it 5-3 Dragons. Nabby Lease is going to serve here. Off the net. Well, Harford wanted to see that. 5-4. Next up to serve is going to be Mendez. That's off the net. Oh, excuse me, that was Jimenez. And that was much needed for Harford there. Or excuse me, for the Dragons. 6-4. Dragons lead it close. Pops it up. It's kept alive by Mendez. Baez will send it over. Barkelia, Ellis, Torrey Curry trying to get the kill. That's set straight up by Mendez. Jimenez will keep it alive. Mendez will send it back over. Barkelia comes in. Ellis, Curry! That's in. Yes, it's in. That's a kill. Harford did not like that call. That was our linesman, Mackay Kelly, who said it was in. That was close. As substitutes coming in for the Dragons, they're going to amend that. They're going to amend that, folks. They're going to say that was out, and that is a Harford point, 6-5. I have to say, from our vantage point up here, I think that was the right call. That was a little too far past the line to be considered in. A little cheeky move there by a little quick to call that one there by the linesman, but the referees will overrule that. So properly, that will go to Harford, 6-5. I don't fault him. Sometimes it can be so close to the line that it's understandable that the linesman could make a mistake there and rule that that it was in or it was out or something. But that one, I think that one was the right call from our vantage point. It was close-ish. As serving this game now will be Clara Pawnee. Ball's up. Harvey, who's checked into the game, will keep it alive. Ellis, little bump over there by Curry. Mendez, Carter, took Lane to the ground and tied this baby up at 6 apiece. Nasty kill there from Brianna Carter out of Abington, Maryland, Edgewood High School graduate. One of several very talented sophomores who I think were all on this team last year when they won the region championship. Austin, soft touch, won't go. Mendez pops it over. Ellis, Curry. Hartford's only got one more. They got Pawnee putting it back over there. Barkelia, Ellis. Why not try it again with Austin? Can't get past Jimenez. Mendez will set it up. Kindred goes for the kill. Partially blocked by Curry. Ellis will set it up. Fake set! Almost got him this time, but Pawnee was waiting for it. Mendez puts it up. Baez out of bounds. Dragons retake the lead. Whew! That was a volley. 7-6. Dragons lead it. You see our assistant coach Layla Word recently got a job with Dragons Public Safety. She's working this game. I love to see her out here. As Austin will serve. Almost got the ace there. Kendrick came up. Mendez. Carter goes for the kill. That was out. That was out. Oh, they're going to say it was clipped by Harvey. Oh, ties it up at 7. I don't know about, well, you know what? It did take a little bit of an extra bounce as it went out of bounds. So I will accept that. Barkilia popped it right back over. I think Harford didn't expect that, but they cover it nicely. Kindred, Barkilia, nice dig. Ellis will set it up. Ari Lane goes for the kill. Jimenez popped it up. Carter trying to keep it alive. This is tough. Jimenez will send it back over. Nice play by Harford. Ellis, Curry, got the kill. Standing up. Dory Curry retakes the lead for the Dragons. 8-7. And Coach Kozlowski telling the Fighting Owls, come on, let's get into this. We got this. Curry's going to check out. Gracie Close, I think, is back in. No, it's, I think, Abby Lease. Here's Steph Barkilia. Ball's up. Pawnee. Almost took her off her feet there. Mendez, Kindred. Barkilia with the dig. Lane going for the Palmer. Picked up by Carter. Mendez. Kindred going for the kill, partially blocked by Lease. Austin keeps it alive. Ellis puts it up. Lane goes for the kill. Kindred pops it back over out of bounds. Harvey hesitated to touch it, and that was a good hesitation because it gives the Dragons a 9-7 lead and their first multi-score lead since the start of this game. 9-7. Barkilia. It's going to get an ace, ace, ace. Let's go. How about that? We've been waiting to use the ace button all night. Barkilia. Oh, was trying to get a little soft one there, and it was right off of the net. 2-point game, 10-8. Dragons, by the way, have got a small lineup out there as all three of their big blockers, Gracie Close, Tori Curry, and Rihanna Davies, are on the bench at the moment. Kindred, Austin, Ellis will set it up. Here's Lane, goes for the soft touch. Jimenez collided with Carter. Baez sends it back over. Barkilia sets up Ellis, sets up Lane, who breaks through the block and gets the kill! Gracie Close will check back in as Kylan Harvey cuts back out. Wow, that would have been really nice to see Harvey getting a lot of playing time out there. I started the season was riding the bench a lot, but she's been getting a lot of playing time. She was telling Coach Ivy, I want to stay in. We got some players from our men's lacrosse team checking into the not checking into the game, but coming down to hang out. Be sure to check out lacrosse this year. They got a good little squad. They last year finished 3rd in the region, lost a tight one to CCBC Essex in the region tournament, and then lost to them again over in the national tournament. But they still made nationals, which was a lot of fun. And they're looking like they could be contenders this year once again. Ellis will send it over. Pawnee collided with Kindred, put it up. Here's Carter going for the kill. It's saved by Austin. Austin sets up Ellis. Ellis will set up. Little soft touch. Oh, that was blocked. Oh, and a mistake by Lane. She sends it the wrong way and gives a point back to the Fighting Owls, 11-9. Hard to believe we're in set 2, folks. We have been, we're coming up on, well, we've been broadcasting for an hour and a half because we had Sophomore Day celebrations to kick off the day. Ellis. Lease with the soft touch kept alive by Mendez. Pawnee puts it up. Mendez goes for the attack. Nice dig by Austin. Somebody call for it. We had a collision there. Lease puts it back over. Mendez will set it up for Jimenez. Oh, that took Steph Barkilia to her feet. 11-10. I'll tell you one thing about this Dragons team that I find commendable. I've traveled with them to a couple away games. We went and played Montgomery and Hagerstown, who are the 2 top teams in Region 20. Baez will serve. That's picked up by Barkilia. Ellis will set it up. Puts it up for Gracie Close. Kept alive by Carter. Carter sets up Mendez. Mendez Pawnee with a rare attack. And almost got the kill as, unfortunately, too many people touched it. And Pawnee just got a kill. The way her teammates are reacting to that, I think that's the first kill Pawnee's had. That's something you don't see that often from Harford's libero. Clara Pawnee gets the kill. ties it up 11-11. Here's Baez once again. Lane, that's in! 12-11. Got another HCC alumni from softball and volleyball. It's Reagan Perks is in the building. Lane will send that over. Almost got the ace. Mendez pops it right back. Lease goes for the kill. Got it! Got it! Knocked down Baez. I got the kill. 13-11 Dragons lead. Oop, 13, not 134. I know somebody probably saw that on the screen there for a second. Whew. Lane's serve is picked up by Kindred. Hesitation. Baez goes for it. Barkelia sets it up. Ellis. Gracie! Blocked out of bounds. Point Dragons. 14-11. When Harford showed up, we were a little concerned when Harford first showed up today because they got a pretty noticeable height advantage over the Dragons. Howard has made it clear as, oh, there's a kill into the stands there from Carter. The Dragons have made it clear height does not matter in this situation as they are keeping this as close as they can. Mendez will serve. Ooh, Barkelia's kill went out, dig went out of bounds. Barkelia will pop it right back over. Nice recovery there. Baez sets up Mendez. Jimenez took Lane back a little bit. Ellis will put up Gracie close. That's blocked. Somehow kept alive. Wow. Carter goes for the kill and got it. One-point game. Dragons lead 14-13. Mendez will serve once more. And it's out of bounds. 16-13. Dragons lead it. Excuse me, 15-13. Score got a little confused there for a second. Here's Lease. And that's out of bounds. Give a point back, make it 15-14. That ball actually rolled out into the near the locker rooms. On the way, popped up by Barkelia, kept alive by Austin. Barkelia will send it back over. A little lazy parabola there. Pawnee goes for the kill. Austin keeps it alive. Ellis, Gracie close. That's out. That'll tie this thing up at 15-15. That is out. Dragons reclaim the lead, 16-15. Kindred. Mendez. Kindred going again. Barkelia. Ellis sets up Gracie close. Got the kill! Harford just didn't react to that one. Gracie will serve. Jimenez keeps it alive, sets up Mendez. Going for the kill is Carter, who breaks through the block and gets it. And keeps Harford within one, 17-16. As Kylan Harvey checks into the game. Scoreboard hasn't updated yet. 17-16. Pawnee. And a mistake there is going to tie that thing up. 17-17. Pawnee again. Off the net. Gives the Dragons back the lead. 18-17. As we have a bit of a scoreboard issue. Trying to fix it. It should be 18-17, folks. Yeah, step away real quick. Welcome back, folks. Sorry about that. We had a slight issue down on the court. Our scoreboard had frozen up. Had to go down there and fix it. 19-18. Dragons lead it. Harford serving. And mistake there is going to tie this thing up. 19-19. Sorry if I take a little break from commentary for a second. Got to catch my breath. Just had to run down there. And as a timeout's called. Perfect. Dragons call a timeout. I'm going to take a break as well, folks. Back to the action we go, and immediately the Dragons get a point off of the service error there by Harford. And it's a 2019 game, 5 points away. Tori Curry checks out. Abby Lease checks in. Dragons trying to get this point against Harford. These two teams very evenly matched. Ball's up. Carter backs up to get it. Miscommunication. Jimenez. Kept alive. Ellis sets up. Lease! Is that in? It's in! 21-19 Dragons. 4 away. Barkilia. Carter. Mendez. Kindred. Off the net. Harvey dives. Point back to it's a diving move there from Harvey. Austin. Is that in? That's in. Linesman says it's in. No, they're going to say it's Harford point. Are they? No, yeah, it's a Dragons point. That was close, but it's a Dragons point. (22-20) Dragons lead it. As another substitution here for the Dragons. A wild series of events there for Howard. Ellis pops it over for Kindred. Carter goes for the kill. Ellis. Lease popped right back over by Carter. Barkilia sets up. Ellis. Gracie close. Breaks through the block. Carter keeps it alive. Mendez will have time to set it up. Puts it up for Jimenez. And it's a kill. Harford is not going down without a fight. 22-21. Austin sets it up. Lease off of the hands of her opponent, set for the kill. 23-21. And Harford calls a timeout. We'll take a quick break. 23-21, 2-point game. Dragons trying to put it away. We'll be right back. Back we are. 23-21. Dragons lead. Ball over off the serve from Lane. Kept alive. Dragons try to set something up. Pawnee going for a short touch. Ellis. There's a kill attempt for close. It's kept alive by Baez. Pop right back over for Barkilia. Ellis. Lease. Soft touch. Didn't catch Pawnee. Picked up. Here comes the attack from Jimenez. Barkilia with a nice dig. Ellis pops it up. Over goes Austin. Baez. Mendez back over. Lane. Lease, and she got the kill. Game point. 24-21. Lane goes for the attack. Kindred, Mendez, Carter going for the kill. Out! Out! 2-0 lead for the Dragons. 25-21. They take set 2. Let's go to set 3. Let's win one. Big update for you Harford fans watching at home. Gianna Shannon is back into this contest. Having sat out the second set due to an injury sustained in the first set, she's back in. Also, folks, I do understand we're experiencing a tiny bit of stick drift with our remote, so I'm going to try and take manual control of our camera here, and hopefully that'll avoid any issues with any drift. As you can see, we're experiencing a little bit of stick drift here. That's a problem we've had before. It was working fine for the first 2 sets, but set 3 finally it's decided it's had enough and is going to start fighting me. So we're going to take manual control of the camera, which is good because now we can give you the full picture of the court. So with Shannon back in the game after suffering that injury earlier, this will give a chance for Harford to have a proper rotation with the libero, and they will start with the ball as it's going to be Pawnee who will open things up. Ball's up. Ellis. Austin blocked by Baez right back. First time the Fighting Owls have scored the first point of a set tonight. That is popped out of bounds, but it's going to be counted as another point for the Owls. As I fight to regain control of my camera here. Pawnee will serve once more. And that's out of bounds and a point to the Dragons. Two 2-1 lead here for Harford. Ellis will serve. Jimenez blocked out of bounds. Give that point to the Fighting Owls. Well, remember what happened earlier in that first game all the way back in early September. Dragons took a 2-0 lead only to give up 3 straight sets. Mendez will send that on the way. Kept alive. That's out of bounds. For the first time tonight, Harford looks to be fully in control as they have taken a 4-1 lead here to open up this third set. Come on, girls, let's fight back into this one. Let's not give up a set here. Mendez, Austin, Ellis will pop it up, setting up Gracie Close, who goes for the kill. Pawnee, ooh, Jimenez keeps it alive. Sent back over by Kindred. It's kept alive for Lees, who breaks through the block and gets the kill. Needed that. Lane. Carter goes for the kill, sent right back by Barkilia. She wasn't getting fooled by anybody. Jimenez partially blocked. Ellis keeps it alive. Barkilia. Another kill attempt. Oh, Barkilia couldn't keep that one alive. That's a 5-2 lead for the Fighting Owls. First time tonight they've really looked comfortable out there, and I think having a substitute finally is really helping them out. On the way. Ellis plays it up. Lees goes for the kill. Pawnee keeps it alive. Mendez sets it up. Kindred, it's blocked! And a Dragons point. I said it's blocked. No, you're fine. No pressure, baby. You're fine. Fine. Barkilia will serve. Pawnee. Mendez. Kindred. Nice dig from Barkilia. Little flip by Close. Ooh. That was a good little flip. It just went over. It just didn't go over the net. Three-point game, 6-3. As Gianna Shannon's checked back into the game. See if she's okay after suffering that injury back in the first set. Baez. Curry, that's blocked. Austin sets up Ellis. Gracie Close goes for the kill. That might be out of bounds. It's kept alive. Kindred pops it back over. Nice dig from Lane. Ellis sets up Austin. That's blocked. Lane keeps it alive. Barkilia. Great assist. Austin sends it back over. Kept alive by Mendez. Jimenez pops it up. Kindred. Out of bounds. Point to the Dragons. There's no arguing that one. That was well over the line. As for the first time tonight, Rihanna Davies is going to check into the game for the Dragons, number 22. Good to see her back in the game. She played wonderfully for the Dragons in that doubleheader they had against Cecil. Her serve's on the way. Nice serve. Pushing Jimenez back. Kept up by Mendez. Popped over. The attack. There's a block. That's broken through. Harford keeping the lead here. They lead by 3. Harvey's going to check into the game. As it's going to be Carter who will serve here for Harford. Just checking the score. You know Harford's going to be playing out of their minds over this final set here to try and avoid a sweep. The last thing they want is to have been swept by a team that they dominated last year. Lane, Ellis will set it back up for Lane, who pops it up. Shannon, that's blocked! Out of bounds, though. And it's a point to the Fighting Owls. They lead at 8-4. They have led beginning from the start of this one. And head coach Jalen Ivey is going to call a timeout here to try and talk things over with the team. We'll take a break, too, and be right back. Dragons trail 8-4 early in set number 3. Welcome back. We are back underway. Lane. Austin will pop that over. There's a little fake set attack there by Mendez. Austin with a little soft touch. Won't go. Carter with a nice save. And wagging her finger in midair. There is Austin. As that's out of bounds, and that's a point to the Dragons. By the way, folks, we want to give a shout out to Gianna Shannon, who left the game in the first with what appeared to be either an eye or a head injury, but after getting checked out by our staff, we're pleased to report she's okay and she's back in there. Good to see, and a big thank you to the training staff here at HCC who managed to take care of that. Here's Shannon going for the attack. Harvey keeps it alive. Ellis. Lane. Pawnee. Setting that up for the attack there by Kindred, but Barkilia with a nice dig. Keeps it alive. Flips it back. Ellis. Got a good volley here. Here's Kindred going for the attack. Oh, Barkilia can't get the dig. She's been sprawled out on the floor a couple times today trying to lunge for those digs as it's 9-5 Fighting Owls. Dragons trying to fight back into this one in front of a packed house. Ellis. Lane going for the kill. Kept alive by Jimenez. Mendez will set it up. Shannon. Kept alive by Barkilia, who will try to go for the kill herself. Jimenez keeps it alive. Little fake set. Little dumper by Lane. Mendez goes back. That's kept alive by Austin. Ellis. Lane. Slapper. Pawnee sets up Mendez. Bad set by Mendez. Dragons get it back. 3-point game. 9-6. That's out of bounds, and the Dragons get another one back. They trail by 2 now. Kept alive. Little dipper over. Harvey keeps it alive. Lease with the soft touch. Wow, it's kept alive. Give that one up to Harford, and they're going to get the kill out of that. Ari Lane went down awkwardly. Just taking a breath. She's all good. I was gonna make sure there wasn't too much sweat there. Athletic trainer Tim Happel is on the scene just in case, but it looks like Ari Lane's okay. I think she just got the breath knocked out of her when she hit the floor, as Kylan Harvey is gonna get in there and wipe up the sweat that fell. Wouldn't it be something if the Dragons could pull off this comeback and get a... Pawnee will pop that over. Ellis! Wow! Oh, no, that was out of bounds. 11-7. Dragons just haven't been able to get super comfortable in this set so far, but they're hanging in there. They only trail by 4. It's 11-7. And a bad set there by Barakia makes it 12-7. Dragons got within 3. They're back down to 5. It'll be Pawnee who will serve once again. She was really in her element back in set number 2 in keeping Harford in control of that one up until the end. Ellis tried to go for the little fake one. Elise keeps it alive. That'll be a setup for Lane. That's sent right back over. Vice block. Harvey sends it back. It's popped up again. Barkilia sets it over. Ellis. Lays. Kept alive by Austin. Nice set by Harvey. Popped back over. Wow, both teams great defensive effort. And finally a mistake made by the Fighting Hawks. 2 hits by Jimenez, and the Dragons get one back. 12-8. I said Fighting Hawks. It's Fighting Owls. I apologize for that. Jimenez is okay, by the way. She had got knocked to the ground after that exchange. She's all good. Harvey checks out. Gracie closes in. Ball's up. There's a block! Let's go! Big time block from Gracie Close and Abby Lease. And we're back within 3. Ellis pops it up. And that's out. And the volleyball gods giveth, the volleyball gods taketh away. 13-9. Fighting Owls. Ellis. Close. Breaks through the block. Almost got the kill, Jimenez. Mendez tripped over Jimenez. That's out, and the Dragons get one back. We're back within 3. 13-10. Harford players were tripping over each other there. Lane will serve. Pawnee keeps it up. Mendez. Jimenez off the net. Give that point to the Dragons. 2-point game, 13-11. Lane will send it over, and it's out. 14-11. Sorry, folks. I'm losing control of my camera again here. Getting pretty bad stick shift. I'm trying to keep it in lane. Ellis. Lease, that's blocked, but Lane keeps it alive. Sends it back over. Pawnee, that one is in. (15-11). Austin. Ellis. Lane with the soft touch. Carter went to her knees to get it. Kindred puts it up. It's blocked. Mendez. It's blocked into the stands, and the Dragons get one back. 15-12. Boy, this Dragons team won't go away. Torrey Curry checks back into the game. Mendez going for the attack, and a mistake there is going to bring the Dragons back within 2. Someone was on the line when they made their attack. I think that was Mendez. Barkelia will serve. Pawnee. Mendez. Pops it over. Ellis. Could have let that out. Barkelia. Curry puts it right back for Pawnee. Mendez setting up Kindred. Barkelia with the dig. Ellis pops it up. Gracie close. Pawnee. That's going to be close. Kindred puts it up. Mendez sends it over. Barkelia keeps it alive. Ellis. There's the attack and the kill from Torrey Curry. 1-point game. 15-14. Harford takes a timeout, and we'll take 1-2. Dragons have fought back to within 1. We'll be right back. Welcome back. We're back underway. Just as we get underway, the Dragons trying to fight back into this one. That's partially blocked. Ellis kept it alive. Barkelia came out of nowhere and kept it alive. Oh, and it was too many hits by the Dragons there. I had a feeling that they were going to call that. 4 hits, 16-14. Fighting Owls lead it. Dragons trying to take their first lead of this set and get the sweep. That would be huge. To sweep Harford, that should guarantee the Dragons a home playoff game. I'll have to check the standings. Austin! Wow, almost got the kill. Brought Jimenez down. That's out of bounds, and the Dragons are back within 1. 16-15 as Pawnee checks back into the game. Baez is going to check out. And Gracie Close will check out as Rihanna Davies is back into the game for the Dragons. Serve on the way. Oh, out of bounds. Almost took out Coach Ivy. 17-15 Dragons lead. Harvey will check back in. Harvey's been playing a lot of this game, and she's been doing a great job at it. Nice block there. Out of bounds. And it's another point to Harford. They're back to a 3-point game, 18-15. 31 viewers on tonight's stream, by the way, guys. That is the most streamed. This is the most streamed game of the entire 2025 season, and we love that. You picked a fine night to come out and support the Dragons. Carter off the net. Back to a 2-point game, 18-16. Howard is just tantalizingly close to taking the lead here. They just need a couple more things to go their way. As we're getting down to crunch time here in set 3, Zion Austin will serve. and gets the ace! Zion Austin gets one back, and it's a 1-point game. (18-17). By the way, I only say this next part because I know they watched the film. Abby and Rihanna just both dabbed. You are 10 years too late, ladies. I was in high school when that was popular. Come on now. Mendez tried to go for a fake set there. I'll set up Austin to go for the kill. Mendez. That's in, and Harford keeps the advantage, 19-17. Lane tried to break through. Lane with a soft touch. Won't go. There's an attack and a kill by Jimenez. And much like in set 2, Harford is the first to reach 20. They lead at 20-17. But remember, the Dragons fought back and won that set. This one's not over yet. There is a parent for the Dragons up there who cannot watch. Austin sends it over. Pawnee, Carter, Jimenez. Ellis keeps it alive. Barquilla will send it up. And that's in. Harford still in control. They lead at 21-17. And Howard's going to take their last timeout. I mentioned earlier, there's a parent up there in the stands who is so sick to his stomach he can't watch. he just turned away and with his hands over his head. We're going to take a short break, folks, and be right back. Dragons trying to fight back into this one. They trail 21-17. Back to the action we go. And give that one once again an ace to Harford. They haven't had a lot of aces in this game. Gracie Close will check back in. And that's out. That'll give the Dragons some breathing room. Curry popped up. Mendez trying to keep it alive. Popped up, kept alive again. Shannon goes for the kill. Won't go. Lane, that's out. Harford within 2. Here's Pawnee. Close. Baez. Barquilla keeps it alive. Ellis. Lease. That's blocked. Game point for Harford. The Fighting Owls might get one back here. And we might be headed to a 4th set. Ball's up. Lease goes for a soft palmer. Kept alive. Barkilia will send that right back over. Mendez. That's blocked by Lease. Mendez did the splits to keep it alive. And it's off of the net. This one's not over yet. 24-19. There's the kill attempt. That's out of bounds. Harford takes the set 25-19. We're going to a fourth set, folks. We're going to take a break and be right back. See what's going to happen next. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to set number 4. Well, this has gotten very interesting. Harford fought back and took the third set, and the Dragons now trying to hold on here and get the win here in set number 4. This has been one heck of a game. On the court for the Dragons to start set 4. Barkilia, Austin, Ellis, Lane, Close, and Lease. And it looks like it's going to be Shannon, Kindred, Mendez, Jimenez, Carter, and Baez on the court for the Fighting Owls. think everybody is thinking what might happen if the Dragons, what's at stake here? In week 1, the Dragons suffered a pretty devastating loss when they were reverse swept by Carroll, and you know that's got to be on everybody's mind as potentially something that could happen. No, we're not trying to speak it into existence, but it is something we have to keep our eyes out for. Here we go. Ellis will serve to kick things off. Carter keeps it alive. Mendez puts it up. Jimenez, a little slapper there, puts it up for Barquilla. Ellis pops it up. It's partially blocked. Close his attack. Mendez will send it right back over. Barquilla backtracks, gets it. Ellis pops it up for Abby. Elise goes for the kill. Carter got a piece of it. Kendrick chases it down, keeps it alive. It's popped over by Mendez, but it's out of bounds, and the Dragons open this set with the point. And you know what happened the last 2 sets when the Dragons scored first? They went on to win. So hopefully that's good karma. Good mojo, Carl? You know the point. Ellis will serve once again. Ball's up and over. It is kept alive by Carter. Little flip by Mendez. Mendez sends it over. Ellis keeps it alive. Puts it up for Barquilla. Lane goes for the soft touch. It's kept alive by Jimenez. Mendez gets the set, but a failed attack error there by Carter will give the Dragons back the point as it's off the net. And Ellis once again will serve. We peaked a while ago at viewers, folks. This has been a fun one. Ellis sends it over. Carter with the dig. Mendez pops it straight up for Jimenez. It was partially blocked. Austin ricochets off of her and out of bounds. And Harford gets onto the board for the first time in this 4th set off of the kill there by Jimenez. Baez checks back into the game. Shannon will check out. Serving will be Pawnee. Pawnee puts ball up. Barquilla got a piece of it. Ellis flips it back over. Knocked off of the face of Kindred for the kill. Cheyenne Ellis gets the kill. Makes it 3-1 Dragons. And that's the final game score we want in this one. Serves on the way. Mendez will set up Baez. Goes for the soft touch, but Gracie Close keeps it alive. Plates it up nicely for Ellis, who goes for the kill. It's kept alive by Kindred. Mendez sets it up. Jimenez goes for the attack. It's saved by Gracie Close, who flipped it over and in and got the kill. Lane's turn to serve. Kindred picks up the dig. Mendez with the set. Kindred with the attack. Dug by Lane. Ellis will pop it up. Austin! That's out of bounds. 4-2. Harford wanted... Oh, no! Oh, wait, no! Point to the Dragons! Point to the Dragons! It was tipped off of Kendrick's hand, and Harford calls a timeout. Needed that one. We'll take a short break.
Howard Community College is where dreams take flight and opportunities are boundless. No matter where you are in life, you'll have a college experience that fits your needs. Receive support through more than just financial aid, tutoring, and childcare assistance. Gain momentum with accelerated courses and faculty you care. Experience a vibrant community where friendships are formed, passions are pursued, and memories are made. When you graduate, you'll have the degree, skills, confidence, and connections to thrive in today's ever-changing world. Explore endless possibilities in Dragon Country. Discover more at howardcc.edu today.
Welcome back, and 2 quick points by Harford there, making a 2-point game as they're suddenly down 5-3. Getting some momentum here with Mendez serving. Ball's up. And that's going to be another kill for Carter. 1-point game, 5-4. Ilya. Lees goes for the kill and got it. Carter breaks through to get the kill. 6-5. Ball's up on the way out of bounds, and the Dragons get a little breather there. They lead at 7-5. Gracie Close will serve. Popped up. Mendez sets up Carter going for the kill. Close. Ricocheted back. Harford's keeping this one close. They are slowly but surely edging themselves back into this contest. Gianna Shannon will check back into the game for the Fighting Owls. There's a little bit of confusion here. It's Pawnee who's going to go out. Baez. Ellis. Close. Tried to go for the kill. Shannon broke through and got it and tied it up. And a good play there from Gianna Shannon. Gets this baby tied up at 7-7. Curry with the kill. 8-7 Dragons. This is going to be becoming a bit of a dogfight like the first 2 sets, where sets 1 and 2, if you missed them, folks, were back and forth affairs. But set 3, Harford took control early and kind of just hung on to win that. Dragons trying to get set 3 to go their way as there's a near ace from Austin. Carter goes for the kill and got it. Ties it back up at 8. Carter this season has been one of the leading scorers for Region 20 volleyball, consistently placing top with top marks. Ball is up and it's off the net. Dragons get a breather. Watch this. I'm going to predict the next point. I'm going to predict that Harford gets the next point because it's just been that kind of game, back and forth, back and forth. Corey Curry will serve. Carter. Mendez. Blocked by Lees! But. They're going to roll that point to Harford since it was blocked out of bounds. 9-9. On the attack. Lees, that was blocked out of bounds. No, it's going to say it was blocked in bounds. Harford takes their first lead of the set, 10-9. Close. Barkelia back to Gracie. Lane with a soft touch. Won't fool Carter. Mendez will set it up. Jimenez. Barkilia pops it up. Gracie keeps it alive somehow. Barkilia sends it back over. Pawnee. Shannon. Close with a nice dig. Barkilia pops it back. Pawnee sets up Mendez. Carter breaks through the block and gets the kill. Another mistake by the Dragons there. Call a timeout. Got to get the girls back in the right head mindset, and they're going to do that. Timeout, Dragons. They're going to need it. We're going to take a break as well. Big kill from Ari Lane, and Harford's going to have to wipe that one down. There's the kill and a block. Big time block. Dragons back within one. Ellis. Kindred keeps it alive for Mendez. Mendez trying to break through the block. Ellis puts it up. Gracie close. That was blocked. Austin. Wow! Wow! What a defensive play from Cheyenne Ellis. Austin pops it right back. And it's blocked again! Tie game! Harford wants a double hit called on the Dragons. They're not going to get it. The officials said they're not going to get it. That's out. And Harford will get that one back up 13-12. Ball's up. Barkilia, the nice dig there. Sets up Lees for the soft touch. Mendez backtracking. Pawnee. Carter goes for the kill. Barkilia keeps it alive, but it's off the net. Harford just edging away here. They lead at 14-12. Ball's up from Pawnee. Austin with the dig. Ellis. Lane going for it. Ow, and a bad set will give a point back to the Dragons. (14-13). That's out. Ace. Dragons tie it up. Lane will serve. Trying to get a setup here for Carter. Nice dig. Wow. Oh, Ellis can't get it over. Nice try, though. Ari Lane with a phenomenal dig. Ellis. Austin, that's blocked. Barkilia keeps it alive. And a bad set is going to give another point back to Harford. Fighting Owls just edging away here. As we've just passed 9 o'clock here on the East Coast. 2 hours into this game, Dragons get one back on a service error from Mendez. Harford trying to set up something. Nice dig from Ellis. Barkilia, wow! Barkilia keeps it alive again! Lane! Curry, wow! Almost got the kill, too! Ellis dives. Barkilia sets up Austin. Pops it back. Pawnee. Mendez. Jimenez. That's out! No! Ellis touched it. Ah, that was close. Jimenez. Barkilia. Fake set attempt by Ellis. Dragons trying to stay in this one. And that's in, and that's a kill for Kindred. And that's a 3-point lead for Harford. Oh, you know the Dragons want this one. That's out. Dragons are going to take a timeout here. 19-15. Harford is getting into scoring range to send this one to a 5th and final set. We'll be right back. Back to the action we go. Zion Austin sets up Cheyenne Ellis. Gracie close. That's blocked, but Austin sends it back. And Harford's going to get the point, 20-15. Harford's taking control of this one early, and they're trying to force a final fifth set that could determine the outcome of several things in the playoffs. Most importantly, could determine if the Dragons get a home playoff game or not. That's out. One back for the Dragons, 2016. Almost got the ace, was Gracie close. Mendez will set up. Kindred kept alive. Austin broke through the block. Lane trying to get the kill here. Here's Kindred again. Close, pops it right back up. Tori Curry goes for the soft touch. Almost got him off balance there. Austin got it! Dragons are back within 3. (2017). Good year for cinema. Here's Gracie Close. Carter, vicious kill. 21-17. Shannon's going to check back into the game. Ellis will set up Curry. Oh, Baez was there. Mendez will set up Jimenez. Off the net! Dragons are going to fight as hard as they can to try and avoid this one going to an extra set. And that doesn't help. Zion Austin's serve attempt off of the net makes it 22-18. Arkilia. Lane. Ellis pops it back. Almost got Jimenez there. Mendez off balance. Kindred. Austin with the kill. Breaks the block. Mendez pops it up. Carter. Out of bounds. Keeping this one alive for now. Carter. Curry. Nice dig. Ellis. Austin. Mendez will set that up. That's out of bounds! Point to the Dragons. 2-point game. 22-20. Off the net! 1-point game! Timeout Harford. We'll take a timeout as well. Dragons can smell blood in the water. They're circling like a shark. If you can feel it, there may be a chance. Dragons down by 1. Torrey Curry serves. Pawnee picks it up. Mendez flips it over. Lane. Ellis will set up. Gracie Close going for the kill. Pawnee keeps it alive. Sets up Mendez. Mendez for Carter. Vicious kill there. It's going to be tough to break through. Brianna Carter. And the Fighting Owls within 2 points of forcing a 5th and final set. Torrey Curry will check out. Maria Kindred will serve for the Fighting Owls. Ball's up. Gracie Close with the dig. Ellis sets up Abby Lease. Oh, that was blocked off Zion Austin's face. And it's game point. Fighting Owls, 24-21. Need a miracle now. Austin. Ellis. Sets up Lane. Almost got the kill, but Pawnee keeps it alive. And she'll send it back over. Oh! Second time was the charm for Abby Lease, and it was off of the face of Carter. That was vicious. And that brought the crowd to their feet. Abby Lease, maybe with the kill of her career. Ellis, Kindred, Jimenez, blocked! Mendez tried to get it, and it will go to Harford. 25-22, Harford takes it. We're going to a 5th and final set, folks. Buckle up. Here we go, folks. Fifth and final set. First to 15 wins it. First team to reach 8, they switch sides. Dragons and Fighting Owls. Howard has taken the defending Region 20 champions to 5. They did take a 2-0 lead, only for the Fighting Owls to fight right back. And it's 2-2. This is for all the marbles. It's been a great game, folks. Lots of twists and turns. You had Harford's injury scare back in the first. It had them have to play the entire second set with only 6 players. They survived somehow. Then in the third set, the Fighting Owls fought back, and last set out, despite the Fighting Owls winning, the Dragons had the momentum leaving it after Abby Leese's insane double kill. What a game this has been. And this place is still packed. We've had a couple fans leave, but for the most part, this place is still packed. Shout out to the Harford fans who have traveled over, by the way. I know it's a bit of a long drive down from Bel Air. This has been one heck of a game. Here we go. Final set to decide it. We're underway. Cheyenne Ellis will serve and almost got the ace immediately. Mendez went down hard. Austin picks it up. Ellis will set up Abby Leese. That's blocked and got the point. Abby Leese breaks through and gets the kill. What a night it's been for her. I don't have the live stats in front of me, but I'm pretty sure she's reached over 20 kills on the night. Ace! Ace for Cheyenne Ellis! And a 2-0 lead. Here's Ellis once again, serving. Pawnee. Carter goes for the kill. It's blocked. Jimenez sends it back over. Gracie close trying to break through. It's kept alive by Mendez. Little hesitation there. Mendez tries to go for the kill. It's kept alive by Austin. Leese broke through. Pawnee keeps it alive. Mendez will send it up. Jimenez goes for the kill, and that's in. And Harford gets their first point of this set. 2-1. Crowd's getting loud on the service tip by Jimenez. Barquilia keeps it alive. Ellis. Soft touch from Leese. Almost got it, but Pawnee came rocketing in there. Carter goes for the kill. Out of bounds. Dragons get the point. 3-1. Lane got the ace. 4-1 Dragons. They've got to keep this momentum up, though, because they had the momentum at the start of the last set, and the Fighting Owls got right back into it. There's the attack by Austin. Jimenez keeps it alive. Mendez will set up. Kindred. Ellis, nice dig. Lane. Austin. Close. Almost got the kill. Pawnee. Carter. Barquilia. Double assist there. Gracie keeps it alive. Carter again out of bounds. 5-1. Timeout Harford. We'll take one last break too, and we'll be with you till the end. We're back, and we'll be with you until the end. 5-1. Packed house. Ari Lane serves. Pawnee. Mendez. Kindred. Trying to set something up here. There's the attack. Won't go. Popped back over. Ellis. Little flip there by Abby. Kept alive. Kindred goes for the kill. Oh, and broke through and got it. Well, it was around this time last set that Harford started to cut back into this lead just a little bit, and that's how they took control. Baez will serve as Shannon checks back in, giving Pawnee a chance to relax. She's had a good defensive game. Baez will send it over. Austin, that's on the line, and that's in. Harford says it was out, and it's a kill from Austin. Baez checks out. Tori Curry is into the game, as is Clara Pawnee. Menez. Carter. Ellis pops that up. Barkilia with a nice set for Austin. Got the soft touch. Mendez will have to send it right back over. Nice set. Gracie close. Pawnee. And a point back to Harford on a violation there by the Dragons. 6-3. Tack error by Tori Curry. It's a 2-point game. There's Curry trying to go for the kill. Partially blocked, still kept alive, and finally, don't look now, but Harford is back within 1, 6-5. Ellis sets up Gracie. Pawnee. Ellis flips it right back over. This is peak volleyball, by the way, folks. Here's Carter for the kill. That's out. Dragons will hold the lead for now, 7-5. One more point, and we're switching sides. Carter. Little flip. Oh, and Mendez gets the kill and takes the Dragons by surprise. 7-6. Curry, that was blocked, kept alive. She flips it right back over. Shannon, blocked again off the net. Dragons wanted a 4 hits. They're not going to get it. Austin almost got the kill. That's in. Tie game, 7-7. Here we go. Ellis. Lane, blocked. Lane gets it right back. Ellis. Austin flips it over. Carter. Lane with a nice dig. Ellis will set up Austin. Almost broke through. Come on. Jimenez. That's blocked. And Harford takes that one. 8-7. We're switching sides. Harford leads it by 1. Well, this is definitely going to come down to the wire. Does it get any better than this? Ellis will set up Curry! Vicious kill! That's just what the Dragons needed. Found it funny, by the way, the Dragons coaching staff all started this night in heels. Everyone has switched to slippers. It's been that long of a night. Zion Austin pops it up. Kept alive. There's a block out of bounds! Dragons back with the lead! And folks, we have just crossed the 3-hour mark for this match. This is the longest match of the season that the Dragons have played. With all four sets coming down to the wire. Kind of night it's been. Zion Austin is out. Oh, that was close, though. That was close. They're going to give that point to Harford. It's 9-9. Been some close calls today. I think the refs, for the most part, have gotten most of them correct. There's a couple I would say it'd be hit or miss. But the referees have done a very good job today of making the right calls, in this announcer's humble opinion. There's Gracie. Sets up Zion. Steph will send it over. Little dropper there from Jimenez. Austin, nice dig. Barkilia sends it back over. Carter goes for the kill. Blocked by Curry. Lane blocked out of bounds. Dragons retake the lead. They're 5 away. Abby Lease checks back in to give Steph Barkilia a breather, and she's actually going to go over to the trainer's table. I think she's got some cramping. Tori Curry sends it over. Nice dig from Austin. Gracie almost got the kill. Abby finished it! Finished it! What a game from Abby Lease! Dragons are 4 away. It's not over yet, though. It's not over yet. Harford's kept this game close all night. Curry. Mendez pops it up. Baez. Nice dig from close. Ellis sets up Lease. That's blocked. Ellis pops it back up. Close. Lane sends it over. That's partially blocked. Ellis. Lane. Blocked! It's off the antenna. Dragons get the point. 3 points away. Timeout, Harford. Oh my goodness. This one's coming down to the wire, Dragon fans. You know what to do. Make some noise. But I want to.
Folks, just so.
Well, it all comes down to this. The Dragons are 3 points away from potentially winning this race, winning this game. Race, really. Sorry, folks. My head's in it. It's been a long night. 12-9. Dragons trying to finish it and punch their ticket to potentially hosting a playoff game. They're not guaranteed to host 100% if they win, but it definitely helps their chances. They're going to need a couple more matches the rest of this week to go well. Here we go. Curry sends it over. Little shuffling there by Kindred and Pawnee to get set up for Jimenez, who flips it back over. Lane blocked. Curry keeps it alive. Jimenez. Gracie close. Ellis. Lease almost got the kill. Setting up for Jimenez. That's out! 2 away! If they allowed court storms at JUCO, you might see one if the Dragons pull this off. But it's still they lead by 4. It's their biggest lead since the second set. Curry. Lease pops it right back and got the kill! Match point! Match point! Match point! 1 more is needed. Here we go. Torrey Curry's trying to finish this. Harford's a dangerous team, though. Curry puts it over. Jimenez trying to finish it, and they get 1 back. Like I said, it's not over yet. Harford has gotten themselves out of jams many times tonight. All, with the exception of set number 3, every set has come down to the wire. Here we go. Dragons need a response. They lead by 4. 1 point should win it. Ball's up. Austin. Ellis sets up Lees. We won 1. It's ended any other way. Abby Lees gets the kill. The Dragons upset Harford 3-2. It couldn't have ended any other way. And the Dragons are going to the playoffs. We'll take one last break and be back. Dragons win it. What a season it's been for the Howard Community College Dragons. Their 11th win of the year comes against the defending Region 20 champions. They defeat Harford 3-2 in one of the most epic games we've ever seen. They clinch a playoff berth, and if a couple matches later this week go according to plan, they could host a playoff game right here in the Callert Foundation complex. What a season it's been for the Dragons. We'll keep you updated on Dragons social media as to the state of the playoff situation for the Dragons. We know they're going, but in the meantime, we're going to close it off, folks. Thanks for tuning in all season long here with HCC Volleyball. It's been a heck of a year. From 3-13 last year to 11-7 and into the postseason. What a year for the Dragons. We're going to go ahead and turn it off. Turn off the lights for tonight. Be sure to tune in tomorrow as the Dragons take on CCBC Essex to close out their soccer seasons. And in the meantime, for everyone here at Howard Community College, the big man on the mic, Isaac Donsky, signing off one final time in the regular season. We're going to the playoffs, baby. This is Dragons Volleyball. We will see you next time. Good night, everybody.